Kindly create new class and explain from the beginning. And kindly explain also whatever you typing up, make the session interactive, please. Yeah, Power, please unmute yourself. Kindly explain also whatever you do.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking on mute. Sorry.
Okay.
So here what I have done is I have created a class here. I have taken two attributes of this class. One is ID and name. Because
Okay.
these two attributes are private, we can't access them outside of this class, even though we create an object. So we need public members to access this variable or attribute. So I have taken in set and get methods for these two attributes.
Okay.
So if I go to my demo class, which is the main class, which is the main method here. So I'm trying to create two employees here. Okay, employee one and first thing what I'll do is I'll take an employee two, employee emp2, and I'll try to assign the same employee one to this class.
Okay.
So if I try to check if both are equal using equals to operator, also think it is plus emp1 equal to emp. And one more method of checking equals to in Java is using equals. So we can see actually we wanted to check the contact between equals and so equals and the hash code. So we need to do that way also. emp1 dot equals emp2.
So what's the difference between these both operators?
So the equal to operator is one way of checking this emp1 and emp2. So what this emp1 and emp2 tries to check is if both objects are same. That means not in terms of values, but in terms of the primitive values it checks the values. But in case of user defined classes or objects, it will check the hash code or the memory location of this particular two objects. So if we run. So because these two objects are trying to refer to the same location here, suppose if I try to print the hash code of these two EMP1 and EMP. So if we try to print the hash code of these two values, I think both are pointing to the same location here. So
It's a different or same? See, check it.
it is same. So we can say 2F7C7260 because we
Okay.
have assigned employee 1 to employee.
No, if you
So,
create one another object using new keyword, here you are assigning
mm,
now.
yeah.
You are
Yeah,
assigning here employee 1 to employee 2. Kindly create new object using new operator.
yeah. What I'm trying to say is because we have assigned the same employee 1 to employee 2, both will refer to the same memory location. So that is by default, both will be referring to the same uh, memory location. So these two operators will return true.
Okay.
But if I try to assign these two here, and what one way what we can do is we can say employee 1 dot set ID, and I'll say 1, and I'll say employee 2 dot set name, which is like if I take hello. And if I try to assign the same values to employee 2 as well.
Okay.
So usually because the values of these two employees are same, and because the ID is same and name is same, we should actually get the equals check for both these two things as true, but we do not get that one because what it is trying to do, it is trying to uh, check the memory like hash code if these two things are same, because it is not same. Even though these two objects possess the same values, they are literally the same, referring to the same employee in our database or in our code. But these two operators both are returning as false because these two objects are trying to refer to the different memory locations or hash codes. So these two things will fail. That is actually how the objects in Java work. They try to, we can say this is a shallow compare if I am correct, right, Rahul? This is a shallow comparison. What
Okay.
here we are doing, employee 1 and employee 2. So in order to do a deep comparison, like if we want to check uh, value based on the values in Java, we have, as we have already discussed in our previous class, there is a method called equals. Uh, public. I think we have to override this method. So in order to actually do the deep comparison using equals to method, in Java, we can override the attributes or methods of any class. So we are trying to override the equals method of this employee object here. And here, actually, I'm not sure of the complete code here, but here we can check, we can return uh, the, like if we can see here, we are doing employee 1 equals employee 2. So employee 1 is the this object or this object of this particular comparison. Object 2 will be having employee 2. So I think here I'm not sure about the all the entire code here, but what we can do is if this dot id equals to o dot uh, sorry, id and o dot id. I'm just writing a pseudocode here. Please excuse me. And this dot name equal to o dot name. I think this should be our final condition. And if these two are the same values, like if we may have few more attributes also, if we this condition of our equals classes, then I think this should return true.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what my understanding is regarding equals and
Okay. Okay. That's good. Some things are missing, but most of the things you cover, right?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Fine. That's good. I assigned this task to two candidates. Who is the second one? One is Pawan. Who is second? Present or not? Okay. Anyways, good job, Pawan. Yeah. Stop sharing. Let's explain from my side. Yes, guys, are you getting the concept or not? I'm asking all of you. Please reply yes, no, maybe. Hash code equals contract.
Sir,
Yes. Means are you getting or not?
no, sir.
Sorry, come again. Guys, are you getting or not? I'm asking you.
Yeah, we got the major difference. Maybe I have few doubts actually. I mean, I did not clearly understand what's the exact difference.
No issue. Yeah, no issue. I'm going to explain. Okay. So, guys, suppose we have one class. I'm explaining you a little bit more in detail. Suppose this is a class, and this class I have main method. Suppose here I'm going to create one more class, employee. All right. Employee, and here I'm taking two field, employee int, employee ID. String employee name. So I have taken two fields basically. Then what I did, suppose this is a different class. And guys, one more thing, whenever we have multiple classes, we need to save our program in that class name which contain main method. Okay. So in this program, I have two classes now. Yes, guys. One is employee, second is hash code contract. So in which class I saved my program? Hash code contract. Why? Because this class has main method. Remember this point. Now, suppose I'm going to create object of employee. Employee one is the object. Suppose I'm going to create. And here I'm going to set some value. Okay, I need to assign some value. So how to assign value? If I have some getter setter, okay, or what I can say, I can assign using dot operator also. But how to set the value using getter setter? Suppose first of all, I'm assigning directly value. Okay, employee one. Employee one. This thing we have learned now. So I'm unable to access it. You why? Because both are private. Because in last session we are working in same class. Now I'm working in different class, right? This is the second class. This is the first class. So I cannot access this variable. This is the thing we need getter setter. So how to generate getter setter? You need to click in source option. There is a option generate getter and setter. Okay, guys. Then you need to select all this both attribute, both instance variable, which we have created and generated. So what is the meaning of getter setter? Getter means you are getting the value because its return type is int. See, imply ID it is returning integer type value. And for second variable, imply name, also one getter, get imply name. Similarly, one setter also. In setter return type is void, we need to just pass the value. It will set into this variable. Okay. And remember one more thing. If you are getting confused, with this keyword, guys, did you notice this keyword here? Where local variable and your instance variable, or you can say global variable, are same, and we need to store the value into local variable, want to store the value into global variable, then we use this keyword. This thing I will repeat again, okay? But right now you need to skip because my focus is something different. All right, guys? I will explain you also later this keyword also. So I have created getter and setter. So with the help of getter method, I can get the value. With the help of setter, I can assign the value. For example, this is the employee object imp1. Okay. So I'm using setter method, set employee ID. See, it is calling which method? This method. So if I'm passing 1, so value is set. Similarly, I need to assign set name. Suppose I'm storing Ram. Fine, guys. So I'm explaining you guys step by step. Suppose here I'm going to print amp1. What it will display? Tell me, guys. I'm displaying first object. What it will print? Tell me.
It should have the employee ID and employee name, like an
What?
object.
It will print the hash code of that object.
Yeah, it will print the hash code, not employee ID and value. See.
Okay.
I'm going to save it. I'm going to run it. Try to understand this concept. Because basics are very, very important, guys. See, what it is printing? Fundamental basically a package name. Dot imply is a class name. Class name na? Then in the end, hash code is coming. In between, @ symbol is coming. Guys, there is a rule in Java. What is the rule? In Java, basically, in Java, when we print any object, okay, any object in Java, it calls internally which method? ToString method. Which method, guys?
ToString.
ToString method. And ToString method belongs to which class? ToString method, object class.
Object class.
Yeah. And what is the rule of object class? Object class is a parent class, right? Which
Yes,
inherit in any class. In whatever the class you are working, object class inherit automatically because it's a parent, right?
yes, sir.
So when I am printing this object, it internally called ToString method. So where is ToString method? If I want to check the functionality, right? Suppose I'm going to click here. Okay, so open declaration type. This is the employee. Okay. So if I want to open the ToString functionality, how we can open? For example, we need to check now. Suppose I know extends object, because this class is by default extended, right? Suppose if I click here, I press Control key in my keyboard, I'm going to click here, object class. So we need to explore object class. See, it is a public class object, it's an inbuilt class, which is a parent of all other classes. I need to check where is my toString method. See, hash code present here. Yes, guys. What is the return type of hash code? Int, right?
Int.
And equals method also available here. And what is the next? See, toString method, na? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
What is the return type of toString method? String type, right?
String.
And what it is returning, get class name dot get name. So whatever the name you have given to your class is returning that name plus add the rate symbol, right, guys? Plus add the rate symbol. Then integer dot to hexadecimal string, and basically internally it is calling which function?
Hash code.
Hash code. Are you getting or not? So this is the reason whenever you print any object, it returns this hash code. Okay, first it display class name, then add the rate symbol, then hash code. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
internally it is calling toString method, which is predefined functionality. But if there is a requirement, I don't want to display this hash code. I want to display user defined value. The value I assign here, set employee ID 1, set employee name Ram, right? So suppose I'm going to print object of employee. So in this class, I need to override method. Which method? ToString method, because I need to change the functionality, right? Yes,
Yes, sir.
guys? I
Yes.
need to change the functionality. So if you check here, this is the toString method. Same functionality we need to define here, okay? Or you can say, suppose what I do, I'm just copy pasting. Fine. I have just copy paste here. But here, I'm not returning this thing. I'm just changing its definition. It only totally depends on us now. So what I need to do, this dot, this means I'm calling my instance variable, employee ID plus, suppose I'm giving some space also, employee name. See, I have changed its definition now. Yes, guys. So it means whenever I will display any object, it called toString method, I know. But I have override this method. How to override weekend method? We need to use the override annotation. What is the meaning of annotation? It means we are overriding the same method which is already defined in predefined class, all right, in object class. So it means when we display this employee object, it called toString method. Internally, it's working in this like this, right? But in my current class, I override this method. Now it will not call this method. It will call that method which I declare, which I define in my class. In my class, what it is returning? Employee ID and employee name, right? So now when I'm going to see, now it is what printing value now. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
So is it clear to everyone? Like when we display any object, it is displaying hash code, but how we can change it? We need to override which method? Which method, guys?
ToString.
ToString method. So guys, here I just change the functionality, but if I'm removing it, it also provides you inbuilt feature. You need to click on source. There is the option of generate toString. You need to just click here. That's it. Automatically coming now, it is displaying in proper format. Same thing this function is doing, but format is different. Like employee ID and employee name coming in proper format in curly square bracket also. Suppose I'm going to run it again, my program. Now you can see. Same output in different format, right guys? Employee ID one, employee name this, right? I hope it is clear.
Sure.
Okay. Now let's proceed further. Suppose I'm going to create one more object. I'm going to copy paste. Now I'm taking second object employee 2. Okay. Employee 2. Here I'm changing its value. ID is 2. And name also I'm changing Mohan. Okay. So both are different object. So suppose I'm printing both object also. Employee 1 and employee 2. Okay. Fine. I'm going to run it. So both objects are printing. Okay. Employee name is null. It is coming null. Employee ID is a 0. Okay. Why? Because I need to change here object name also now. Here I forget, right? Now I need to run it. See, now both objects are printing. That is fine. Now the thing is that suppose I have two objects. Fine. If so what I'm doing, suppose I'm assigning the same value in both objects, right guys? In both objects, I'm assigning same value now. Okay. Now, if I'm checking one condition, if employee 1 double equal operator, I'm just checking both are same or not. See guys, what is the result? Both will be same or not?
No, sir, it is different.
Why? Value is same.
Sir, but object have declare another you can say another different object has a different ID.
ID same,
Yeah.
employee ID.
Has code, sir. Has code.
Hash code. Okay. So I will come to your point also. Okay. If I'm going to run it and I'm checking what it is printing, both are not same. Value is same. But still, when I'm doing the comparison, both are yes, guys, not same. So similarly, I'm going to check one more condition. If I'm using equals method, there is a one function equals also coming from object class. Okay. Now I'm doing comparison with equals also and double equal also. And I'm just changing the message. Both are equal, not same. Okay. I'm just changing the message so we can identify that. Equals. So I'm going to run it again. See what it's coming. Both are not same, both are not equal. Tell me yes or no. Yes, guys. Value is same.
Yes, sir.
Value is same, but still both are not same. Even I did comparison with both equal operator also, equal method also. So if I'm trying to print its hash code, okay. If I'm trying to print its a hash code, what it will print? Hash code, right? Employee one, employee two. Fine, guys. Hash code here. I need to mention proper method so you can identify that. So I'm going to run it. You can see. See, guys, hash code is coming different now. Yes, guys.
Yes.
So basically, what happened? Hash code is generating different. If I'm go to its location, hash code, you can see. This is the hash code. Hash code means there is one algorithm which applies and generate hash code in that scenario. Okay. So whenever it is calling hash code, there is the internally what algorithm. So it calculates upon that algorithm. Suppose I'm going to scroll down. Okay. Internally, there is a contract between hash code and equals method. Hash code is the equals method. So basically, when you compare the equals method, it is taking one object. That object basically compare with the current value. Okay. So same thing we will try to implement also. Okay. I'm just trying to understand one more thing. So where the equals method is defined. This one now, yes, guys. Suppose I'm going to copy this method and this thing also I'm going to override in my program. Right, guys? Fine. Now, this is a second object, obj coming from object class. And this is what? Here we need to return which one? Our current object. So basically, if you are getting confused, what you need to do? You need to click on source. There is an option, okay, to override this method. Any option is coming, guys? Hash code and equals method. Yes, guys.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
If we override means it internally coding hash code and equals method, but I'm overriding it. If I override, it will implement with my current class. Okay, current class functionality. See, when I override in my hash code objects.hash, it is taking both the attribute employee ID and employee name. And now it is taking equals method. In equals method, there is the object obj. It is doing the comparison. This means my current class object means employee object equal to this object class. What is the meaning of this? My employee class object. Okay, this keyword functionality belongs to current class object, and it basically do one or two more comparison also. If object is null, it return false. If its class name is not equal to this object class name, again it return false. Otherwise, it is doing typecasting. Okay, it is doing typecasting. Because this object belongs to object class, I'm converting into employee, okay, and assigning into this employee other object class. And I'm basically doing the comparison here. So if I'm explaining you in short, if you want to do the comparison based upon values of any object not in hash code, we need to override hash code and equals method in our class. Like earlier, we override toString method now. Yes, guys. Similarly, we need to override hash code and equals method in our class. Suppose I have overridden. Suppose I'm going to, run now. Let's see what happens. Yes, guys. Now what happened? Tell me. Hash code coming same or different?
Same.
Why same? Because I have override which
Hash
method?
code method.
Hash code. Okay. I have override a hash code method. Now hash code is coming same. If hash code is same, then equal also should be, value should be also equal. Okay. So it is necessary if you want to print the hash code same, if you want to display the comparison based upon their value, we need to override its value. Suppose I'm going to comment this line. Okay, I'm just comparison this both object. Let's see what happened. See, both are equal now. Yes, guys. Now what output is coming?
Both are equal.
Both are equal. Another important thing. What is the difference between this equal operator and this equal operator? Tell me. Double equal operator. Okay. Operator. Compare the reference or address. Fine, guys. And equals method compare the value of two objects. Is it clear, guys? What is the difference? Say yes or no.
Yeah, equals to we'll try to compare the address of the objects, but equals takes into consideration values or attributes, values of the attributes of the object.
Yes. But
Rahul, one question: does this rule apply even for the primitive values, like equal to?
Yeah, basically equals method we use with any object, with any class of object. Mostly we use with string or any class object because equals belongs to object class. So we can apply with only object, right? But if you have question, can we apply with primitive also? So there is some problem with primitive because we cannot create object of primitive. So this is the reason wrapper classes comes into the picture. Do you know what are wrapper classes? Yes?
Yeah. Understood.
Wrapper classes. Guys, if you don't know wrapper classes, I will also try to discuss, okay? Suppose
Yes,
I'm
sir.
explaining you right now a little bit if you don't have any idea, otherwise you will get confused. Suppose, guys, these are primitive data type now. Yes, guys? What do we discuss? These data type we discuss or not? Byte, short. Yes, guys?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Long, float, double, okay, then char, then what? Boolean. Okay. So basically, what happened? These are primitive data type. Can we create object of primitive data type? We always able to create object of class now. Yes, guys.
Yes.
But
Not.
Java provided one class string. I told you string is a class as well as string we treat as a data type, right?
Yes.
I can create object of this data type because this is a class. This is a class, right? But I cannot write this thing now with here. Yes, guys. It is not a class. Tell me yes or no.
Yes. You cannot.
So there is a problem now, right?
Yeah.
So this is the reason Java provided wrapper classes. I told you every class start with a capital letter. Yes, guys. Integer is a wrapper class. I is capital, right? I is a capital. So corresponding, they provided one more class, byte. B is capital. So we can create object of byte. We can create object of integer, right? Getting or not, guys? Short.
Right.
Long. L is capital, long. Float. F is capital. Okay. So every primitive data type have corresponding one wrapper class. We can create object of that class. In this object, you can use equals operator. You was asking me now, right? I will also try to cover this concept. I'm just giving you the introduction. Okay.
So similarly, string also we can have a data type with small letter starting.
No. String is a class. String is a final class.
Okay, it's a final class.
What is final? We discuss in inheritance topic. Okay.
Okay. So because of this wrapper class, so we cannot compare the if we go to the code hash code content on Java, there we are using double equals to verify the both are same or not. We can use object keyword and we can compare. Will it work?
No, object is not a keyword. Object is a class.
No, not I mean
So
not
if
object keyword.
amp1 and amp2 both are objects.
No, emp1 dot employee ID kind of.
Basically, if you want to compare amp1 dot employee ID, right? Same thing we are doing here, no? Suppose in one employee object 10 attribute. It is comparing 10 attribute with another object 10 attribute. No need to compare each attribute one by one.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So with the help of equals operator. But now I just want to check what happens if I'm doing the equal operator, double equal to, what output is coming? Both are
Not
no same because memory location are different. Equal of what I mentioned here?
different
That's
servers.
so when we use new keyword, where I use new keyword here now, it allocate memory. Okay. New keyword, yes guys, allocate memory in which memory? Heap memory. Which memory, guys? Suppose its address is 1001, right? Yes, guys. When I'm going to create second object, suppose now it allocate address at what location? 1004. So 1001 and 1004, both addresses are different location now. Yes, guys.
Correct.
So when we do the comparison, it compare based upon address. Okay. When we compare the equals method, it compares the value. But earlier it was showing false now. Because when equals method, both are equal when hash code also equal. Earlier hash code was coming different, but when I override these two method, hash code coming same now. Yes, guys, hash code coming same now. That's why now it's able to compare the values. Guys, I hope it is clear to everyone. If anyone have doubt, kindly ask me. I tried my best to explain so deeply, step by step.
Yeah, I
Sir,
have one doubt.
sir, that means double equals compares with reference address and equals method will compare with hash code,
Compare the values,
compares
right?
the values.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah, actually, in
Compare
line
the
number,
values, or you can say compare the content of each object. Okay, and one more thing, if there is a one contract now, suppose on net, if I'm typing hash code and equals contract mention now, yes guys, see what it is mentioned. The basic rule of contract state that if two objects are equal to each other based on equals method, then hash code must be same. Yes guys, when I override hash code, it becomes equal now. Yes guys, but if hash code is the same, then equal can return false. Is it clear? This is a contract. If I want to compare the two objects, I want its value should be same and it should return true. Then it's a property, hash code should be same. So when I overrided this hash code method, hash code becomes same. This is the reason when you are comparing to equals method, it is saying both are equal. Okay, but when you compare the reference, it is coming not same. Are you getting?
yeah. So when we override the hash code, it is using hash map algorithm kind of thing, and it is finding the same value and giving the same hash code.
Yes. Because it is taking the same attribute internal.
I mean, if the values are same, then only it will give, right?
Yeah, for equals method. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is a problem now. See, guys, see. If I'm not overriding this method, I'm mentioning it to comment right now, right? Now both are in comment. I'm again running my program. Now see the output. Both are not same now. Yes, guys, and both are not equal. Tell me yes or no. Value are still same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a rule we need to override. Okay. Suppose I'm going to only uncomment hash code, not equals. Okay. Let's see now. See what happened. Both are not equal. Yes, guys. Because if hash code are equal, then it will check equal method also. Okay.
Okay.
When hash code are equal, then second step, it will check a equal method also. So this is the reason we need to override equal method also. Are you getting or not?
But is the other way also to Rahul? Like, do we need to, if we comment the hash code override and implement equals? So what is the
If you
case?
are saying like we need to comment this one, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. See. Both are equal. In same case also, it is coming both are equal because it is mentioned now. Reverse order, it may be true. It may be true or false if you check here.
Yeah.
But if the hash code is same, then equals can return false. Can, not sure, right?
Yes.
So Concept is clear or not, guys? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Because what you learned today, like when you display any object, print any object, internally it called which method? ToString method. This is the reason for any class when you generate getter and setter, you need to override toString method also, because if you generate toString, then it will be able to print this value, right? Otherwise, it will print the hash code, because internally it called toString method. In toString method, it is using the hash code also.
Yeah, Rahul, one more question here. Suppose if I remove the at override keyword here, so does it take the user-defined toString or the
Which one?
uh, in any overridden method? Suppose, for example, in toString we have overridden here toString. If I remove the at override keyword,
Where it is echo keyword?
at override, we have annotated with the at override here, right? In the line.
Yeah, override
Yeah.
means that suppose what happened now? Suppose, see, if I mention small s, right? It is giving error now.
Yeah, yeah.
Why it is giving error? Because I mentioned annotation. Annotation basically checking we are overriding the same method which mentioned in object class, same signature, same spelling, right? But
Yeah.
if I'm going to comment, now it is not checking that thing. Now it is assuming it is a user-defined function. We are not overriding the same method. Are you getting?
Yeah, but if I give the proper spelling here in case of toString, like if I give the capital S,
then it will not give error. It will, if spelling are same, then it is overriding.
It will override. Okay.
It is just a check, security guard, like security guard standing outside now.
Yeah,
If any unknown person is coming to check, right? It is just working as a check, additional checking, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
I hope this concept is clear now. And guys, do you know this keyword? I was asking you now. I will explain you later. Okay, let me explain constructor. Then I will explain. Okay. So, any other question, or I need to proceed further?
So while defining the objects, we had defined with private modifier. So if we define as public, then we can set the value using dot operator. Then
yes, in the see, if you have main method in same class, okay. Suppose I'm taking any variable here, int x, int y, right? Now x and y in same class now. In same class, I have main method, right?
Correct.
So in that case, suppose if I'm creating object of this class, right? Hash code contract. Suppose I'm going to create object. obj3, right? Now there is a no problem. I can directly access with using dot operator, right?
Okay.
Because it is present in same class, right? But if I'm creating object from different class, it is different class now imply.
Correct.
And different class has private data member. So private data member I cannot access with different class.
Yes, you cannot access.
Yeah. So this is the reason. This is the reason I'm not able to write use dot operator here. Suppose if I say amp1, right? Dot amp. It's not coming to amp employee ID because it's a private. So this is the reason we need to generate getter head. Okay. To get the value, to set the value indirectly. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah.
Right, guys? So this is all about object creation, object toString method, hash code, and equals contract.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, the three override that we are using, the first one is to override the standard output that a hash code will generate, right?
First one is a toString method.
Okay.
This one. This is mandatory. This is mandatory.
Okay.
Because
Otherwise, it will print that
hash
fundamental
code.
thing at the rate.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second override is to match the hash code values of two variables.
Suppose if you have two objects of same class and both objects have same value, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do the comparison, both are same or not, value. Okay, then you need to override both.
Okay. And what about the last override? This is just checking if they both are equal or not.
Last one, which one? This first is hash code, second is equals. Total three, no? First is toString, right? Second is hash code, third is equals method.
Okay.
Okay, fine, guys. So I'm moving to the next topic. Guys, everyone have knowledge of this keyword? Yes, guys? I'm just explaining you this keyword also. Guys, my main purpose is that to clear each and every concept. Because whatever the means complex topic, if these things are easy, means clear to you, then you can understand very easily. Suppose, guys, here we have two values. Int x, int y. Okay. These are what? What we call technically, guys? Instance variable.
Instance variable. Yes.
Fine. Then, suppose I'm going to take one function, public void input. Here, in input function, I'm just displaying one method. This is input function. And how to call this function? Tell me. If I want to call input function, how I can call? I
Just
need
create
object.
object. Yes, sir.
So I'm going to create object. Then I need to call obj.input. It will execute. Fine. Suppose I'm going to create one more function, public void output. Okay. Suppose in input function, int x, int y, right, guys? I have two parameters. So whenever I need to call input function, I need to pass two parameters. Suppose I'm passing 10 and 20. 10 will be stored into x and 20 will be stored into y, right? So here I'm printing value of x, value of y. Yes, guys. So I'm going to run it. It will print value of x 10, value of y 20. Suppose same thing. I'm not printing here. I'm printing in output function. And I need to call output function also. Now what it will print, guys? Tell me, what is the output?
0 and 0.
Garbage collection.
Sorry?
Garbage
Will be
collection
0
0.
and 0.
0 and 0. Because
Yes.
it is printing which variable? This one
No,
or this one?
it's video.
Here it is printing instance variable. Because local, these are what? Yes, guys, these are what? Local variable. Because this local variable are accessible only in this block. Okay. So if I want to display here, I need to store value in this variable. Yes, guys. So I am passing 10 and 20, this x and y. These x and y are local, not instance. So if I want to display here, I need to store this local variable value into global now. Yes, guys. If I type
Yes,
in
sir.
this way, x into x, y into y. So basically, right hand side my local variable, right? Yes, guys. Right hand side which variable?
Local.
Local. But compiler confused. Which variable is local? Which variable is global? This is the reason yellow warning is coming now. Assignment to variable access, no effect, right? So if local variable name and global variable name are same, so there is a confusion. To avoid this problem, there is a keyword, this keyword. Which keyword, guys? This. When you use this keyword, it means this belongs to instance variable, current objective property. Clear? So right hand side is my local variable. Local variable is going to store value into left hand side, my instance variable. So right hand side y is a local variable which is storing its value to my left hand side instance variable. So now when I will call output function, now x and y already have value, right? Because first I'm calling input function passing 10 and 20 to local variable, and local variable assigning value to instance variable. So whenever I will use my instance variable, it will print the correct value. Clear, guys? Say yes or no, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basic purpose of this program is that to understand this keyword. Because when we are working in previous program, I told you, kindly leave it. Yes, guys. Did you notice here in this program, when I'm overriding equals method, it is using, I think, internally this keyword somewhere. See, this means complete object, right? Please respond, yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we discussed this keyword also, okay? Okay, fine. So now I move to another concept, that is constructor. Which concept, guys? Constructor. So guys, suppose I have created this package, fundamental. In fundamental, I just try to mix each and everything. Suppose I need to start new topic. So I need to right click here, source. I need to create one class. Okay. So employee, and here I need to change my package. Suppose what is my package? So you need to create every topic in different package. Okay. So main method, the separate package created now, right? So next topic is constructor. When you have knowledge of constructor, then we will move back to inheritance. Yes, guys, what is constructor? Anyone? Very basic concept, OOPS concept. what is constructor and its properties?
It is basically a method is used to initialize the instance.
We don't need to create object for calling constructor function. It by default called. It's called magic function as
And
well.
We no need to create object.
whenever we create an object, it is implicit.
We don't need to call this function. Once we are creating the object, it's by default called, I think.
Okay. If we have multiple constructors, then multiple constructor will be called when we create object.
No, depends on the attributes that we are passing to the constructor. If we are not passing anything, it will call the default constructor.
Default
And
construction.
all the
But if we have multiple constructors with different parameters,
then it is it depends on the parameters that we have passed. Like if we have defined a constructor inside our class with the parameters, then it will try to match the constructor that we are calling, and it will call the respective constructor. But if we are not defining any parameterized constructor, then it will give a compilation error.
okay. And what are the 3 properties of constructor, guys? Anyone? 3 properties.
Same name as a class name.
First one, okay.
No return type.
No return data type. Second,
It can be overridden,
okay.
overloaded.
So guys, if someone asks you what is constructor, you need to say constructor is a user defined data type, right? Data type, user defined data type. It has 3 properties. Number 1, has the same name as class name, does not contain any return type, okay. Third, automatically called when we create the object of a same class. So basically there are 2 types of constructor. One is default constructor, second is parameterized constructor. So what is the property? It contains same name, and you can use access modifier also public, okay, that is optional. Suppose this is the constructor, same name as class name, first property, does not contain any return type. So if I type public, okay, public void, it's not a constructor because it violates second property, does not contains any return type. Here I mentioned return type now, yes guys?
Yes, sir.
So I need to remove it. Now it becomes constructor. It also follows the second property. Third property, it automatically called when we create the object of the same class. So how to create the object of the same class? This is the class name, obj
New.
C. So in this constructor, basically I'm printing employee default constructor. Okay. So guys, when we create object using new keyword, object is created. Basically what happened, I told you in first section, when we create object, basically right hand side create object. Told you now? Yes, guys. Using new keyword. When we use new keyword with any class, it create object now. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you need to compare this thing. This is a constructor which is matching with this one. Got it?
Right, sir.
So this parameter, there is no parameter, here no parameter. So this thing basically matching with this thing. So it invokes this constructor. Suppose if you don't create constructor in your class, but did you notice in previous program we number of time we create object? Yes, guys? Which program we created object? Here now. So it create default constructor in hidden memory. Guys, in this program, I did not create any object. Yes, guys. In this program, in previous program, I did not create this object now. Sorry, constructor now. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
But I was creating the object here in the same way. So when we create object and you don't override this constructor, compiler will create default constructor in hidden memory. Clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So similarly, when I'm creating here default constructor, how it is invoking? When I'm creating the object, this is basically a constructor. It is matching with this parameter. It is matching with this and invoke this constructor. Okay. Suppose when I'm going to run it, I'm not calling this constructor. I'm just creating the object. It is calling now implied default constructor.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you create any object, if you don't define default constructor, compiler will create default constructor in its hidden memory. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have 3 constructor, then you need to create 3 objects. If you want to create 5 constructor, then you need to create 5 objects. Okay. Suppose I just want to create one more constructor, parameterized constructor, because default constructor will create every time. Okay. Here I need to create one more constructor with parameterized. Okay. Value of x. So here I need to create second object. Obj2. Guys, here I need to pass one value. If I don't pass value, see both object basically calling default constructor now. Yes, guys, because this constructor matching with this one. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, my second constructor will be called or not? Tell me.
Not called because we are not passing only parameter.
Yeah. If I pass here 10, see, first constructor basically matching with this one. So it will invoke default constructor. Second one basically matching with this one. It contains one parameter and same type of parameter. It also contains integer type value, also contain integer. So it will call second constructor. I told you, if you have 2 constructor, then you have 2 objects, right?
Suppose that we are creating another constructor, public employee int y, then how can we check that which constructor I have to call?
Sorry, suppose you are saying I need to create one
Ah,
more object.
Yeah, int y, just int y. Yeah.
So we cannot do now.
Okay.
Because there is a problem. Both have one parameter, right? So it is getting confused to invoke which one.
Right.
Okay. So parameters should be different.
So we
Okay.
cannot create same parameterized constructors.
No. So I can create in this way.
Okay.
So here one parameter, here 2 parameter, right?
Right.
So in this case, and guys, suppose I'm going to create third object. Okay. New. I'm not storing into any object variable. Suppose here I'm passing 33, 44, right? Guys, basically this line creating object, right?
Yes.
Left hand side, just we are storing the reference. Basically, this statement creating the object, it will create here. So I will print here. Or you can say value of y. Okay. Second constructor. Here you need to mention third one. So you can distinguish its value. Now I'm going to run it. See, working fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, guys, this is simple constructor. Anyone can understand very easily. What are the complexity of constructor? Complexity of constructor we will discuss when we discuss inheritance topic. Okay. In inheritance, when our inheritance going to an end, then I will recall this constructor again. Okay, guys? I
Yes,
will
sir.
discuss with you different scenario of constructor in inheritance. Okay, this is very easy. Okay, very easily, like we need to create a constructor with the same name, no return type, matching with parameter, and it is calling. But what are the different scenarios we need to discuss in inheritance topic? There you can learn new things. It's very easy. Okay, guys? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is inheritance?
Inheritance extend the base classes, means we can get the properties of base classes by inheritance.
What is the requirement of inheritance? What is inheritance? Say oops feature, na?
If we want to reuse the same variable in child classes, so we can extend the parent class.
Same property. If I want to use the same property, same feature, want to use again, rather than to type again code, we can reuse it, right?
Right, sir.
So how many type of inheritance? Yes, guys. How many type of inheritance?
In the simple inheritance, multi-level and hierarchical, and in Java, multiple inheritance avoid. Java don't use.
Okay. Which one? Which type inheritance Java does not use?
Multiple inheritance.
Okay. So, guy, I will explain you this topic too much in detail. Okay, don't worry. Just wait. This is the constructor, guys, we use now today. Yes, guys, what is constructor? Let me discuss a little bit here also. I will share you the slides also, guys, okay?
Slides and also share the program, sir.
Whatever I implemented this program
has code and equals.
Okay, don't worry, I will share you Git link, okay?
Yeah, please.
I will upload on Git, I will share with you, don't worry. So guys, constructor, like how to explain if someone asks you or in interview, constructor is a special member function of the class. It is called when instance of class is created. What is the meaning of instance? Object. I told you number of times. At the time of calling constructor, memory of object is allocated, right? Basically, to allocate the memory to instance variable, we use constructor, which we will implement in inheritance. So there are three properties. Constructor has the same name as class name. Constructor must have no explicit return type. Constructor are called when we create the object of the same class. Okay. A Java constructor cannot be, guys, remember this point. Constructor cannot be abstract, because abstract we need to learn further. Static we already have learned. Okay. Share common memory space in among all the objects, and we can code directly with class name. Constructor cannot be static, final, and synchronized. Whatever the keyword I mentioned, except static, we will discuss further in upcoming session. So there are two types of constructor, guys. One is default constructor. Second is parameterized constructor. Here I mentioned default and parameterized. Default constructor, no argument. Parameterized, we need to pass the argument. Okay, it can be 1, 2, 3, any more, depending upon your requirement, like we implement. So default constructor, class name, there is no return, no means statement. You can mention the statement also, but there is no parameter. So guys, here I'm just trying to explain you step by step. Suppose if anyone learning from the beginning, you can understand easily. What is my class name? Bike1 now? Yes, guys. So bike1, because it follows the same property, constructor has the same name as class name, and I'm printing one statement, bike is created. And here I'm just creating the object. So this constructor basically matching this one. So it is calling default constructor. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So what is the parameterized? Guys, I'm just explaining you a little bit in speed because I already explained you this topic. I'm just covering a theory part. A constructor which has a specific number of parameters is called a parameterized constructor. Why use parameterized constructor? Inheritance, we use number of time, or when we create object of any class, we need to create constructor to allocate the memory. Okay. The parameterized constructor is used to provide different value to different objects. So guys, do you remember? Here, when I was creating the employee object in hash code, yes, guys. Here, what I was doing, I was assigning the value using setter method now. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
So I can create constructor also now here. Yes or no? No,
Yes.
No need to call setter method, right? If I create constructor here, suppose public, and I'm using this variable. Suppose what is the first one? Employee ID. Okay. So I'm just going to copy and taking first parameter. Second parameter, string employee name. Suppose same name I'm taking. So I need to basically assign this value, right? So how I can assign using this keyword now? I told you. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
See, same concept we are using now, whatever I explained. Employee name. So this is a constructor. In constructor, basically, I'm allocating memory or initializing value to my instance variable. So basically, suppose here I was creating the object. So it is giving error now because I don't have any default constructor. I have a constructor using a 2 parameter, right? So if I have constructor, no need to set value. No need to set a value. Just wait, I'm going to mention in comment. I will simply pass here employee ID 1, name is Ram in string. See, it is initialized. No need to call setter method. Clear? Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Same thing we can do for employee 2 also. So A was passing the same value now for employee 2 also. Okay. So in this way, we can use constructor. With the help of constructor, we can initialize our instance variable, allocate the memory. Fine, guys. So this is parameterized constructor, which I implemented right now. So why use parameterized constructor? Parameterized constructor is used to provide different value to different object. However, you can provide same value also. Okay. So constructor overloading. Guys, what is the meaning of overloading? Basically, there are two concepts in Java: constructor overloading and method overloading. It is a part of a polymorphism. What is overloading, guys? What is overloading? It's overloading now when we have same name and multiple perform different tasks, when we have more than one constructor and every constructor performing different tasks. Okay. Constructor overloading in the Java is a technique of having more than one constructor with different parameter lists. They are arranged in a way that each constructor performs different tasks. For example, guys, this program is visible to you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Suppose we have one class area. Okay. So I want to calculate area of 3 different shapes. Suppose I want to calculate area of square. I want to calculate the area of rectangle. I want to calculate the area of circle. Okay. So I want to calculate area of 3 shapes. When I'm calculating, see, name is same now in every constructor. Yes, guys. Area, right?
Yes.
So this is the first property of constructor. Constructor has the same name as a class name, right? So, but parameter is different. In first constructor, I'm taking one parameter because you know what is the area of square, side square. So this is side A. I'm calculating the side into side area. I'm printing it. Second constructor taking 2 parameters, length and breadth. I'm just calculating the area of rectangle, length into breadth, storing into area and printing it. In third constructor, guys, you are getting confused here. Both are second constructor also 2 parameter, third also 2 parameter, right? Tell me yes or no. But both
Sir.
are different type. Both are a different type. For example, this is my imply. So guys, if you notice here, if I'm taking one more constructor here, so error is coming now. Both are 1 parameter. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
But
Both are same.
But if I change the type, then error is gone.
Yes.
So there are 2 rules. First rule, parameter should be different. If one first constructor contain 1 parameter, second should be 2 parameter. If both are same number of parameter 1 and 1, then type should be different. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then type should be different. So compiler will differentiate it easily. Okay. So same thing, same point. I'm just going to explain here. Second constructor has 2 parameters. Yes, guys, for area of rectangle. Third constructor also have a 2 parameter.
2
So there is a
parameters.
problem, but parameter type is different now. Here both parameter is integer type, right, guys? Here one is a double, second is a integer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is a rule of constructor. If you have same number of parameter, what is the second property? It should be different type of parameter. Then compiler will differentiate very easily. Then there will be no problem, no collision. So here I have 3 constructors. So how many objects I need to create?
3 objects.
3 objects. So these 3 constructors defined in area class. Okay, but my method program execution always start from which method? Program execution start from which method,
Main
guys? Main method.
Main method.
So main method I define in different class, constructor overloading, right? So I will save my program area.java or constructor overloading.java. Tell me.
Area.java.
No. When we have multiple classes, see in constructor overloading, I'm going to create object of area. When we have multiple classes, we need to save our program in that class name which contain main method. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Which contain a main method. So public static void main present in which class? Public static void main overloading. So you need to save your program which name? Constructor overloading.java, because execution of your program always start from which class? Where you have main method. So in this line execution will start. So if you save area.java, your program will not run. Okay? Clear, guys? Experienced candidate, this thing already know, but the fresher who are learning Java first time or untouched, this thing is important, guys. Okay? Clear or not? Please respond me. So here
Yes, sir,
I'm
yes.
creating 3 objects, obj1, obj2, obj3. In every object, in constructor, I'm passing different parameter or different type of parameter. See, first object containing 1 parameter, it will calculate the area of sphere. Second, I'm passing 2 parameter length and breadth, it will calculate the area of rectangle. Third object, I'm passing for double part or double value 3.14. Okay, then second is 4. Okay, so it will pass here. 3.14 will be stored into pi variable, double type, and then second is radius, integer type. It will calculate the area of circle. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, in this PPT, I implemented few programs. Kindly practice for the same. Okay, I will share you this PPT also. So taking many different example like use of parameterized constructor. Here I'm taking student class, ID and name. Again, I'm taking constructor with 2 parameter ID and name and assigning to the instance variable using this keyword, because you need to practice, guys. Okay. And when you need to practice without these slides. When you face issue, then you can open. But first, you need to try code by your end. So, void display method, this is a simple method. In this display method, I'm printing this both variable ID and name. So again, guys, I have main method. I'm creating the object. I'm passing this thing via constructor. 111 node current. 111 basically ID, current is the name, right? Second object, 222 RN. And here I'm calling display function with both objects. Why both objects? Because every object occupies different memory. Remember or not? Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
So guys, this program kindly practice for the same. Okay. So inheritance, I will try to start in next session. It will be a separate topic. Let's move to static keyword. Guys, what are static variable? Tell me. What is static variable?
Static means it has fixed memory.
Fixed memory. No.
Shared memory among objects.
Among all objects, right?
Yes.
And how to call a static variable or function? What is the syntax?
We need to define with static keyword.
No, static variable or function we defined with static keyword. That is fine. If I want to call static variable, if I want to call static function, how to call?
Using class name.
Yes, using class name. Otherwise, we need object now. But for static, no need of object, right, guys?
Okay.
So static keyword in Java is used for memory management. We can apply static keyword with variable, method, block, or nested classes. Okay. So variable also known as class variable, method also known as class variable, block, and nested class. So guys, if you declare any variable static, it is known as static variable. Static variable can be used to refer the common property of all object. Okay, common property of all object. It saves the memory. Saves memory. Why saves memory? For example, guys, there is a one class student. Okay, guys. Yes, guys. It has some attribute. Private int student ID. Private string student name. Private string college name. Suppose, guys, string occupy how many bytes? 4 bytes now? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
And how many character here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, guys. 11 character. If each character
Yes,
occupy 2 bytes, 11 into 2, 22.
22.
And college, how many character? 11, I think.
Yes, sir.
But the
So
size, does the size depend on the variable length, Rahul, or the contents of the string?
content. Okay. So here I did not store the content, right? Suppose content is same, I'm assuming, right? Suppose, okay. Suppose for your confusion, my college name is ABC, right? Now how many character? 3 now? So 3 into 2, yes guys?
6.
6. So similarly for student name, suppose I'm assigning any value. Okay. A or Ram. Okay, same thing here, right? Now it is clear, guys. 6. For
Yes,
one
sir.
object, how much memory it is occupied? Tell me. For one object, total memory, yes, guys?
16 bytes.
Total memory will be 16 bytes, right?
Yes, sir.
If I want to create 500 objects, how much memory? Okay, 100 objects. How much memory? Tell me. 1600?
Yeah.
So if you observe in this object, student ID will be different for each student. So there is some possibility student name also different. Yes, guys? But college name is same now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
College name same or different for every student?
It should be the same.
So why I'm occupy 6 bytes for every object? 6 bytes for 100 objects. Wastage of memory or not? 6
Yes,
into
yes.
100 object, how much memory I'm consuming?
Bytes.
600 bytes, right? But if I make it static, what happens? It will occupy memory only one time and share memory among all objects, right? In that case, it will occupy how much memory? Only 6. Only? Yes, guys? Only 6 bytes?
Correct.
So 600 minus 6, how much? We
are saying 594 bytes.
595, 594.
Yes.
So you can reduce it. What will be the resultant value? How much you save the memory? Yes, guys? Yes, guys? Memory saving or not?
Yes.
So when there is no need of duplicate, means some property have same feature and we can reuse with other object also, we need to make it what? Static. Why static? Because static variable share common memory. Static variable share common memory and non-static occupy different memory. Is it clear or not?
Sir.
Okay, this is a practical example I explained you. Now, same thing it is mentioned, it makes your program memory efficient. Why? Because it saves memory. Okay, so same example I'm taking here. We have one class student, roll number, name, college, ITS. So suppose there are 500 students in my college. Now all instance data member will get memory each time when object is created. All student have its unique roll number, unique name. That is fine. First two property have unique roll number and name. There is no problem to allocate the memory. But data member is good in such case, but college refer to the common property of all object, right, guys? If we make it static, this field will get memory only once. Means Java static property shared to all objects. So when you implement any program, suppose here I implemented the program, you have student, roll number, name, here I implemented college name static now. Guys, kindly notice.
Yes.
And then if I want to allocate the values and memory, I'm using constructor here. Constructor has the same name as class name. Student, I'm taking two parameters, int r and n. Local variable is right hand side, instance variable is left hand side. So r assigning to roll number, n assigning to name. In display function, I'm printing roll number, name, and college. Fine, guys?
Yes.
So this is which class name? Student. This is which class name? Test static variable 1. So which class name I need to save my program? Test static variable 1 or student? Sorry? Test static. Why? Because it contains main method. Is it clear, guys?
So in this scenario, we cannot update college name.
Update college name, it depends on your requirement, but
We can do that.
Static will share common memory with both objects, S1 and S2.
Okay.
Right? So, and static variable I declare directly, na? I initialize directly. But roll number and name I did not initialize, na? I'm initializing later here.
Okay.
Right? And I'm calling display function. It is printing ITS. But if you change college name, how to change college name? With class name. What is class name? Student dot college.
Okay.
If you mention student.college BBDIT, then it will reflect in both objects. Here I mentioned comment, that's why it is not displaying output. But if you uncomment in place of ITS, it will display which function? BBDIT. Remember one thing, whenever you access any static method or variable, how you can access? With the class name, not object name. Clear? So guys, I told you earlier,
Yes.
I will explain static again. Told you now. So I explain again. So it will revising also, refreshing the concept also. And here I explain with a different example. So there are some property of static. Static method belongs to the class rather than object of the class. Okay. Static method can be invoked without need of clearing any instance of a class. You can directly call with the class name. Static method can access static data member and can change value of it. One static method for another static method. Okay. So this is the another program. So guys, this program should be implemented in your system. I will share this PPT. I will check on Monday. So on Monday, all this program should be implemented. Plus, I will share you this program's link also. Whatever I have implemented, I will share you Git link. Okay, you can download there. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
So in next session on Monday onwards. Okay, what is static block, guys? I discussed with you last to last session. Static block. Remember or not?
Yeah, it is a something like a nameless method, block of code which is declared as static, which can be accessed because it doesn't have any name or something which we can't access outside the class. It is accessed only inside the class.
Which will
No.
initiate before main method.
Yeah, when you run your program, static block load before main method.
Oh, okay.
Because static is a class level, not object level. We discussed now in last property. Remember?
Yeah.
See, a static method belongs to class rather than object, right? Its static block execute before main method. I discussed with you last session recording. You can check it. Fine, guys.